Have you ever felt the universe whispering to you? Not in the grand, crashing symphonies of fate, but in the quiet, persistent hum of a path not taken? A road that diverged in a yellow wood, as the poet said, and you can't help but wonder about the one you did not take. Today is October 30th. The veil between worlds is thin, they say. But what about the veil between the life you are living and the one you were meant to live? Let me tell you a story. Not about stars and planets, but about a man named Arthur. Arthur's life was built on a foundation of what if. What if he'd taken that job in another city? What if he'd spoken his heart to a certain someone 20 years ago? His present was a comfortable, well-appointed room, but he spent his days staring out the window at the ghost of another life, and then he found it. A curious old website, the horoscope life path decoder for October 30th. It didn't give him a generic forecast. It presented him with a single stark question. What identity have you outgrown but are still carrying for someone else? The question hit Arthur not like a thought, but like a physical blow. He saw it instantly. The reliable son, the dutiful employee. These were costumes he'd put on decades ago to win love, to secure safety. They had worked. But the love felt conditional now. The safety had become a gilded cage. He was a museum curator of a self that had long since ceased to breathe. This is the first law of your personal universe. You must release the old gravity to enter a new orbit. Arthur felt the tension of it, the profound, almost terrifying realization that he was the one holding the keys to his own prison. So the decoder asked him a second question. This one was quieter, more insidious. If you were not afraid of disappointing anyone, who would you choose to become starting tomorrow? Not in a year. Not when the time was right. Tomorrow. Arthur's mind, so adept at planning and worrying, went blank. And then it flooded with images. Not of grand achievements, but of small, quiet truths. Waking up an hour earlier to write. Not answering emails after 7. Telling his father he wouldn't be coming for Thanksgiving this year because he wanted to travel alone, to simply listen to his own thoughts for once. The twist, you see, is that the horoscope life path decoder held no magic. It was a mirror. It reflected back the questions his own soul had been screaming, but which the noise of his daily life had drowned out. The piano melody begins to swell, hopeful and determined. So, here is your decoding for this potent day, October 30th. It is not a prediction. It is an invitation. What costume are you tired of wearing? Feel the weight of the fabric on your shoulders, the itch of the mask against your skin. And now, imagine your hand reaching up. Not tomorrow, not next week, but in this breath. And you begin to untie it. What happens to the room when you take off the mask? Does it grow smaller? Or does it, perhaps, for the first time, expand to its true, infinite size? The life you are meant for is not a destination on a map. It is a frequency. And it is broadcasting to you right now on this day, beneath a thinning sky. The only question that remains is, are you finally ready to tune in?